Hey guys, welcome back to another episode of Shifting Gears. My name's Greyson Harris, that's Whitney Cowell, and we're here to bring you some of the interesting freight news and market insights and all that good stuff from this week. So, Whitney, you want to start it off with a story over here?
Yep, all that good stuff is not starting off on a good note today.
Oh, good.
Yeah,
We love
so
bad news here.
Walmart recently announced that they are cutting back their staff, kind of jumping on that trend of what everybody else is doing by a few hundred employees in their e-commerce fulfillment centers. So it was just last month that Sam's Club announced they were increasing investment in their e-commerce fulfillment centers. Walmart hasn't necessarily given any details as to how they plan to fulfill e-commerce orders with this recent cutback. So we don't know if it's going to be more automated, which I'm assuming.
You would think, right?
Yeah, based off of where technology is going these days and some of the other like warehousing automations that we've seen at this point, that we might see a shift in how fulfillment centers are staged moving forward. So there's more of that to come, I suppose, in the weeks down the line, but it's a little sad to see yet another large corporation, cutting jobs. It still opens that question of, are robots taking our jobs? Because it feels like yes.
It feels like they could. I mean, I think this is also just another case of e-commerce businesses really booming during the pandemic. Obviously, people weren't leaving their homes, having things shipped to them. Walmart obviously wasn't the only retail store that got into e-commerce. Target was another example of stores trying to shift their business model from in-person to online without really the foresight of thinking, well, this pandemic, or at least the restrictions and whatnot, were eventually going to end. So a lot of them took a chance, didn't seem to work out, and now we're kind of right back where we started in a way.
Yeah, it's sad because I feel like so many people found hope in such a dark time in employment opportunities through the pandemic. And in a lot of that, we saw industry shifts, right? Some things were shutting down while other opportunities, especially in the e-commerce field, in the supply chain in general, were opening up. And so now what I think is going to happen is we'll see some of these other industries maybe opening new opportunities and yet another shift, right? Like a ripple effect of what's happening in the economy kind of play itself out in the unemployment space. Hopefully that means there's good news to come, but unfortunately,
not now. And you know what? I'm not going to bring you any more good news right now either. I'm just going to go ahead and warn you. Listen, I wouldn't bring you this bad news if it didn't just happen and it wasn't a big deal. Trains are still having a moment. We still can't keep those things on the track.
I think with this new technology, we should really look into ways to
maybe
reinvent,
secure the trains,
our rail systems.
Yeah, that'd be great. So this time it was up in Minnesota. It was a BNSF railway train. So Norfolk Southern is off the hook on this one. Congratulations, you guys, but you're still dealing with a lawsuit from Ohio. So don't get too comfortable. So approximately 22 cars were derailed around 1 a.m. this morning as of time of recording here. It's May the 30th, is it not? Yes, it is. March. See, so it ain't. Look at this.
Hopefully this will be resolved by May.
I think some of the toxic materials in this train got into my head, and now I'm just not really thinking straight.
Cars.
I know, right? So this one up here in Minnesota, it was carrying ethanol and corn syrup, which apparently caught on fire. And they had to evacuate the small town of Raymond, Minnesota. And when I say small, I mean 800 residents. My high school was bigger than that town. It's about 2 hours west of the Twin Cities there, in case you're pulling up your Google Maps wondering where that is. Don't worry, just saved you some time. There were no injuries reported. There we go. As of now, it just happened today. Okay, we know how hazardous materials work. It might take a minute. But we are once again in a situation where trains are off the rails, and we are hyper-focused on trains. And that's not necessarily something that I put into my...
Trains and planes.
The
problem children of the industry.
I didn't have that on my 2023 bingo card, the trains having a moment. But hey, here we are. So hopefully, they're working on more safety measures and legislation that just overall makes train transportation safer. So In the meantime, hopefully they can get this stuff taken care of, but obviously it's still a big problem, especially since we're actually paying attention to it.
Yeah.
So, sorry to bring you down, but that's what happened.
Well, I have a fun story, and it is not related to the supply chain in any capacity.
Good. I love it.
So, a Louisiana-based auction, hang with me, recently sold.
I can just hear the auctioneer.
A first-generation iPhone, still in its original packaging. So from 2007, for over $63,000.
That feels low.
It was so it was appraised, and they said the estimated value of this is around $5,000. The girl was really excited. Apparently, she only had this phone, so she got this fancy job.
Yeah.
And her friend said, you need a good phone. You need to separate your work and your business. Phone. So she gets herself an iPhone, and she just never opened it. She liked what she had.
Okay. As you do.
Sure. I mean, it's probably one of those slide up keyboards.
She's probably an Android girl now.
So she just never took it out of its packaging and has held on to it now for well over a decade, about a decade and a half at this point.
I mean, yeah.
Yeah. And so apparently, guys, go ahead and buy something, just about anything that's a novelty. Hold on to it, and in about 15 years, you can make so much money off of it. One of the experts said that an iPhone that has been untouched in its original packaging, never opened, of that age from that time frame is almost unheard of.
Yeah, that's why. Because I don't know why there would be one unless it's in Apple HQ as a memento or something. I don't really. That's what's really really messing with me. Is why is there a phone that's just sitting there? That's why. Well, congratulations on a successful auction, I would say, if you're able to pull up that much.
I guess that's good news. It's good for her, right?
That's fantastic news for her.
That's a pretty decent salary, depending on where you live.
Yeah, that's great news for the cell phone, resale market, which apparently is a thing now. So with all you guys that have the old brick Nokias, you might be in luck.
Oh, the secondary piece of the phone.
Oh, no.
So something's coming back into trend. Can you guess what it is?
Flip phones?
Close. It is the accessibility of flip phones. So before the internet was connected to phones, before we were able to get into apps, the youngest generation, bless their souls, has decided that our access is bad for mental health. And instead of calling them dumb phones, they're calling them intentional phones, and making a push to have a comeback of those chunky old Nokias, something of that style and capability. So that is
I feel it's the same people who still listen to vinyl.
Correct.
Yeah,
it's that retro vintage, I'm gonna be different. But this is their version of doing that now.
Yeah. Well, congrats on finding a way to be different. I'm not mad at that. I'm never mad at somebody.
I wonder if the chick with the iPhone is gonna jump on board with this trend.
Well, she's got enough money to buy 63 iPhones now. So she can probably do whatever she wants. All right, Whitney, I've been waiting all show for this.
Great.
Today is Major League Baseball's opening day, and
anything about baseball.
So, as we have established last time, Whitney is not very sports knowledgeable, and we are going to exploit that once again. So now we are going to do...
Oh, I know that one.
We are now going to do some logos again, and you're going to have to guess them.
Okay.
And we'll see how you do, yeah?
Let's do it.
Okay.
I'm here for your entertainment. I swear I'm good at other things, just not this.
That's fair. All right. What do we have here?
A maple leaf and a bird. Is it like a blue jay?
You're on track, yeah. You actually, yes, it's a blue jay. From where, though?
Well, I don't know. It has a maple leaf.
Then take a wild guess for the maple.
I mean, I would want to say Canada, but are we...
Just name a province.
Oh, well, I don't know. Canada's a big place.
The Canada Blue Jays.
So it's a province and not a city?
Well, it's a city, but yeah, just narrow it down, I guess.
I don't know. We'll go with the Canada Blue Jays. I'm not going to embarrass myself anymore.
All right, good. Toronto Blue Jays.
Toronto?
Toronto.
I was thinking Toronto, but I didn't know.
Toronto. All right. What do we have here?
Is that the Atlanta Braves?
Thank God you didn't say Alabama. I really thought she was going to.
I've been to a Braves game.
I was trying to set her up. It didn't work.
I know some things.
That's good. How about this one?
I don't know. I hate that there's a compass over a baseball. I sincerely hate this logo. As a marketer, it's upsetting.
Yeah.
Is the S for the city?
Yes, it is.
Like Seattle?
Yes, it is. Seattle what?
I don't know. Compasses? What else is that supposed to be? Isn't that specifically like a rose compass? Is that what it's called when it has the extra layer between them?
I think so. It's the Seattle Mariners.
Sure.
Seattle compasses is more
Seattle,
literal.
you wild.
What do we have here?
That looks like a McDonald's character.
It looks like the chicken nugget a little bit.
So there's an O on it.
Yes. The O is not the city.
Is it Orioles?
It is an Orioles. She got that. Yeah, where are the Orioles from?
I don't know. I just have a decent knowledge of
give you a hint.
ornithology, so I know a decent amount of birds.
I'll give you hints on the East Coast, like Northeast Coast.
Northeast?
Yeah.
Like New Jersey Northeast, or like...
I'm not going to answer you any more questions. You just got to name a city.
We'll give it to New Jersey. That's fine. They can have it.
They can have them. It's the Baltimore Orioles.
Baltimore, okay.
Baltimore, yeah.
New England.
What do we have here?
That's bad.
What do you mean it's bad?
It's a stingray of some sort.
That is correct. That is a stingray. Yeah.
Is that a TB? Tampa Bay Rays?
You actually nailed it. Yeah. Hey. Wow, you did a lot better at this now.
For someone who's only been to like 4 baseball games, I'm doing so well. That's the Boston Red Sox. I know that.
Okay, here we go. We're gonna hold on. I gotta throw some
more at you. Are you doing the one with the Yankees? They have socks that are a different color, don't they?
The Yankees have different socks?
No, never mind. Move on. Edit that out!
And that is our show, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you for joining us on another episode of Shifting Gears. I'm going to give Whitney a break here. She actually did a really good job on these logos. Congratulations to Whitney. I think you got like half of them, so that's cool.
You know, Montgomery, Alabama has a local team called the Montgomery Biscuits. Yeah, I have been to one of those games as well.
Minor league teams have really good names. There's the Rocket City Trash Pandas.
Love that.
Yeah, the Jacksonville Jumbo Shrimp.
See, those are mascots I can get behind.
Savannah Bananas.
Get out of here with your compass. Hey, I'm going to see the Savannah Bananas. Small plug for TMSA, Savannah, June this year. Join us.
There you go. That's how you get your plug in. See you guys. Thanks for joining us.
Bye.